Hello, everybody. My name is Faith, and this is a Finding Faith, episode 2. So, today I wanted to talk about our fears, our fears limiting our reality. As a recent college graduate, I feel like fear is something that, is very common for people like myself just graduating college and trying to find their place in this world and yeah, so I just wanted to talk a little bit about that and how fear has impacted me, how am trying to overcome fear right now, even by like this podcast and things like that. So yeah, first off, I want to talk about why we have fears. So there are a lot of different reasons people fear things for their reality. Whether that's our families, friends, parents' expectations of us, or honestly also our own expectations we have for ourselves. So I know when I was younger, I used to get some of my teachers used to be like, "Oh, where do you see yourself in 5 years?" And you write it down. But you have those goals and things like that, but what are the tasks that you are actively doing to make sure those goals become a reality? So I know, like, having those goals in mind but not actively in the motion to achieve them, that can cause fear, because it's like, oh my gosh, like, where am I going to be? What's next for me? Like, am I even capable of doing this? Fear and anxiety definitely goes hand in hand and definitely limits us, because we just think we're not good enough, unfortunately, because yeah, maybe someone in our lives told us that, like, oh, you're not good enough, or oh, that's too hard to really achieve, and then you like basically self-sabotage. You fixate on people telling you that you're not capable of doing something, and then you self-sabotage yourself and prevent yourself from even trying, which is honestly like a very scary thing. And I know, like, for me, I've definitely struggled with that. But now in this moment, let me tell you guys, I've thought of every single job out there. I've had so many jobs, okay? And I feel like I've really come to this realization that I feel like I've had all these jobs and all these things because in reality I was scared to actually go for what I wanted in this life. And honestly, in this world, I'm speaking into existence right now. Ready? Watch this, y'all. I really want to be like a singer. I want to be a professional vocalist. I want to make a positive impact on the world, whatever that might look like. But I really just want to impact people in a positive way and inspire people and motivate people to go after their dreams. We only live once, so really go after it. And so I feel like it was important for me to share my journey with you guys, to know, so you guys know that, like, again, not everything's perfect. We're all trying to figure it out, but don't, just because something's not perfect, just because there might be trials and tribulations, doesn't mean you should not go for it. So yeah, I wrote this while I was at work today. I was writing some notes down for this episode, and one thing I wrote down is we are a small part of a big world. And what I meant by that is how, like, we always, people get so fixated on, oh my gosh, like, people are looking at me like, what if I get embarrassed, X, Y, and Z. Listen, there are so many people in this world, okay, and we are a small dot. You are a small dot in this world, okay. So if people notice you, okay, like, okay, and like, okay, that shouldn't change anything. Just don't feel embarrassed. There are people in this world that are doing crazy stuff, whether we know or don't know. And what might be crazy to me might not be crazy to somebody else. But listen, if you were given this creative idea for a reason, go and put it out there. You don't have to be the most famous person in the world, but just to know that, like, yeah, I created this is something I'm proud of, able to call my own, things like that. Do it. You might inspire somebody else. You never know. Don't let your fears get in the way. Do not self-sabotage. I'm over here looking at my my notes. But yeah, I want to talk about expectations now. I feel like expectations definitely play a role in fear. Other people's expectations for us. People sometimes see things in us that we necessarily do not see in ourselves. And so they might have really high expectations, and then again, that I'm going back to that word, self-sabotage. And we basically self-sabotage because we're scared of letting other people down. I feel like that is very valid. But also, like, at some point, you got to realize, like, this is your life. If you want to do something, go for it. Even if it might not align with other people's expectations, do what you feel makes you happy. This is your life. At the end of the day, people are not going to always be here. And when they're gone, what you going to do? What you gonna do? And okay, I'm sorry, I don't mean to make that sound a little harsh, but like, no, I'm for real. Like, this is your life. You need to take charge of it and push and work hard, work towards whatever you want, because nothing is handed to you and nothing is guaranteed. Okay. But no, expectations can be really hard. And honestly, don't be too hard on yourself if you don't get what you expected for yourself or what other people expected for you right away, because things take time. Okay, like, things do. Like, God didn't create everything in a day. It took a minute, like, just give it time. Everything will honestly fall into place. And just remember, like, sometimes if for instance, our parents sometimes might have different expectations for us than we have for ourselves. It's okay to be like, hey, like, that's not what I want for myself, or I don't know, but it's okay. Do what you feel is best for you, whether those people's expectations align with your expectations or if they don't. It's all right. Yeah, I feel like I love doing this podcast now. I feel like it definitely is helping me grow. I'm finding new things about myself that I didn't know before. And so I'm saying all this to also share that, like, whatever you do, and be open-minded about everything. You never know. Maybe you might find a new path, a new passion for yourself, and you could do one thing and it could be a stepping stone for you to get to your end goal. Always be open-minded, because everyone's path is different in this world, and you just never know, like, whether the people you meet, the connections you make, like, at the end of the day, you will reach your goals. It's all about how much effort you put in, how much delusion you have, because people will not sorry, I just thought of this. You need to be delusional too, because people will try to fearmonger you and put this fear into you and have you working all these jobs just like I did, because you might be like, oh my gosh, they don't think I'm good enough, oh my gosh, I'm not gonna do that. Let's take a break, let's take a minute. You are good enough. Dang, I kind of lost my train of thought just now, but that's okay. But no, like, for real, really just be open-minded and don't let fear, whether other people are putting it in you or you're putting it in yourself, don't let fear get in the way, okay? And going into that, don't be scared to look silly, okay? You are creative, even if you don't think, like, even if, like, give me a second, y'all. Don't be scared to look silly. Even you might not even look silly, but somebody always gonna have something to say in this world. Be like, oh my gosh, look at so and so. They like what are they doing? How are they trying to help themselves better themselves? Like, don't worry. Like, you got this. Everything at the end of the day, all I say is everything happens for a reason and everything will work out. Point blank, period. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my episode 2 of Finding Faith. I hope it like helped you guys a little bit. I know sometimes I could be like a little bit all over the place, but that's all right. And I'm thankful for everybody that is on this journey with me to grow as a creative and to find myself and my purpose in this life. And honestly, I just hope I can also inspire other people to go create, be yourself, be unapologetic, fill up a room, fill up a space. And yeah, because that's what we're meant to do at the end of the day. Be ourselves. Life is way too short to try to be living somebody else's life, you know. And yeah, I can't wait to see how I grow and how this podcast grows and progresses over time. And yeah, thank you guys so much and have a nice day. Bye.